Bailey, are you okay with that if I tell your mom a few more details? Okay. So, because in Bailey, there's things that I'm going to have to tell your mom that are going to be embarrassing to you, but she has to know the truth, and it's going to come out anyway. Okay? Bailey was talking to a man that she met on Facebook, and this has been going on for a while, that they've been talking and messaging. Okay? He came this week, at the beginning of the week, he went to her house for sexual favors in exchange for money. And while he was there, according to Bailey, there was another boy there, and I don't know if they were gonna rob him. I don't know what the intent was, but that boy beat him to death in her house.
At our house over there?
And so they cleaned up the house. They disposed of the body. That's, if you saw the news, that's the body we found in a vehicle earlier this week.
Who was it?
It doesn't matter.
Someone we know?
No.
The interrogation room felt smaller with every passing minute. A young woman sat quietly across from detectives, her arms folded tightly as if she could somehow hold herself together. The questions hadn't become difficult yet. In fact, they started simple. Where were you that night? Who were you with? What happened after you left? Questions investigators already knew the answers to, or at least most of them.
Yes.
What's your legal name?
Qualls. Qualls.
And
Outside the interview room, detectives were piecing together a disturbing case. A man had been found dead in the back seat of a vehicle, abandoned in an alley. The crime scene was confusing, but the evidence left behind was beginning to tell a story of its own. A story investigators believed Bailey Forrest knew far more about than she was willing to admit. At first, she appeared calm, almost too calm. She answered carefully, choosing her words one at a time. When detectives asked about certain people, she hesitated. When they mentioned specific locations, her posture shifted. Small details most people would never notice, but detectives notice everything. Every pause, every glance, every change in tone. Because sometimes what a suspect doesn't say can be just as important as what they do.
okay. And do y'all all live there together?
Yes.
Who all lives there?
Together. It's me, Sarah, and Cheyenne, and I just let Dre move in with me.
Okay. Sarah, is it S-A-R-A? Does she have an H?
H.
A-H. And what's her last name?
Daniel.
D-A-N-I-E. No L? No. I mean, no S on the end? How old is Sarah?
She just turned 17.
Okay.
Last
And who else did you say?
and Cheyenne. They're blood sisters.
Is it C-H-E-Y?
E-Y-A-N-N-E.
As the interview continued, investigators slowly revealed pieces of evidence they had already collected. Witness statements, timelines, physical evidence recovered during the investigation. With each revelation, the room seemed to grow heavier. The confidence that was present at the beginning began to fade. And detectives sensed it. They weren't interested in arguments. They weren't interested in guesses. They wanted the truth. And the closer they moved toward it, the more difficult it became for Bailey to maintain the version of events she had been telling. Then came a question she wasn't expecting. A question so specific, so direct, that the silence afterward said more than any answer ever could. In that moment, detectives believed they were finally getting closer to understanding what really happened, and Bailey Forrest knew it. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Behind the Crime Tape. And tell us in the comments, what country are you watching from today?
Need a bottle of water or anything?
Okay.
You can use the restroom? Okay. Let me start and get some information from you too. Tell me your last name.
Forrest, F-O-R-R-E-S-T.
2 R's?
Yes.
And it's Bailey?
Yes.
What's your middle name?
Qualls, Qualls.
And your birthday. Let me shut this door. And what's your home address? Where do you stay at? Do you have a driver's license? Do you have one?
But I don't know the number on it.
Do you know the last four of your social?
914.
Try not to ask people their full social because, yeah, I just don't like it. With everybody doing identity theft stuff,
Yeah.
I don't like people having their full social, but I just needed some kind of okay, so we talked a little bit on the way over here, and you were talking about your sisters.
They're really like my best friends from childhood,
Okay.
but I call them my sisters because we grew up together, we've lived together, we've been together.
Okay. And do y'all all live there together?
Yes.
Who
bought
all
the
lives
house
there?
together. It's me, Sarah, and Cheyenne, and I just let Dre move in with me.
Okay. Sarah, is it Sara? Does she have an H?
H.
A-H. And what's her last name?
Daniel.
D-A-N-I-E. No L? I mean, no S on the end? How old is Sarah?
She just turned 17, I believe.
Okay.
Like last week.
And who else did you say?
And Cheyenne. They're blood sisters.
Is it C-H-E-Y?
E-Y-A-N-N-E. And then Daniel as well.
Okay. And how old is Cheyenne?
She's 18.
Okay. And you said Andre?
And then I let Andre move in with me about a week ago.
Okay. And it's Andre Wheeler, correct? And he's 19. And then who else did you said? Yeah.
Isabella and Yasmin stayed the night with me.
Okay. And how do you know them?
They're actually, Sarah has a boyfriend as well. And they're like Sarah's boyfriend's best friend's girlfriend.
Oh my gosh, that's confusing.
Yeah.
So they're friends of a friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
And they just wanted to stay the night last night and like chill and so
Okay.
and stay.
And we kind of talked about it earlier. You're not under arrest.
Mm-hmm.
We did execute a search warrant on the house. And so the SWAT team was there because that's kind of our protocol for the police department is they do our search warrants. And you were handcuffed with the flex cuffs, but you've been cuffed. I appreciate you coming down here and talking to me.
Okay.
If you need to use the restroom, let me know. And you don't want any water? I have cold water and I have room temp if you want something. Okay, just to talk to you. I'm investigating a homicide involving somebody that you know or at least acquainted with. His name is Robert. Robert. He's an older guy. And so just to kind of maybe talk about some things. Robert is an older guy and he likes younger girls. And we've been investigating this for several days now. So we've been able to get like into his phone account and his Facebook stuff. And so we've looked at all that and we've talked to a lot of people. And, one of the really beneficial things for us is it seems like everybody nowadays has surveillance cameras on their house, on their business. And so one of the benefits for us when we investigate stuff is that we're able to get surveillance video from all kinds of places. And forensic stuff is huge for us too. Blood evidence, DNA, fingerprints, all that stuff. And so how do you know Robert? And I need you to be. This is incredibly important because this is serious, and so I need you to be incredibly.
Yeah, I'm feeling
honest.
really bad right now. Like that's really sickening. Did he go by Rob?
Maybe so.
Cause I think I know who you're talking about, and I met up with him like 5 days ago.
Okay, where at?
My house, like the hand job, he would pay me for that, and that's the most I would do, like hand
What did he
job.
pay you? What did he pay you for that?
He paid me $100.
Okay.
Um,
Was he when y'all began talking? Was he like wanting to have phone sex at first, or did y'all FaceTime?
He didn't
or
really
video chat or
ever ask
anything
to
like
have
that?
phone sex, but he would just ask me a lot of questions like, "Are you loose down there? When was the last time you had sex? Was it good?" Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But nothing like, he never was like, "Show me
Yeah.
down there."
Send me
show me. Yeah, no,
pictures.
he was never.
Did y'all
like
ever exchange photographs by phone or by instant messenger?
like a picture of my face, but not
Okay.
anything nude or
Okay.
sexual or anything
Okay.
like that.
And then, so let's see. You said y'all started talking on Monday.
That's when we met.
Okay.
We had spoken before that.
Oh, okay.
Like
So when
texted
did
before
y'all? When did
I
he
met
like
him-
start messaging you? Like the first time? Do you
I
remember
met
exactly?
him. I mean, not met him. Like I started like messaging him back, like I would say almost like a year ago.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So long. So it.
But we would go months without messaging, and then
Okay.
he would text me again and be like, "Hey," and then I would respond. We would text. We'd maybe video chat. Then it'll go like another couple months. He would text me
Okay.
again.
I guess I misunderstood. I thought you were saying that y'all just kind of met, like started talking like a week ago.
Like we
Okay.
had,
So
like,
this has been going on for a while.
maybe like, yeah, but it was nothing like, I don't know. I didn't ever think nothing of it.
Yeah.
Like we would just text. He was just somebody on my phone. You know?
Okay.
Like,
Well, it makes more sense to me now that you met him Monday if y'all had been talking for a long time.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was
thought,
scared to meet
in my
him or
mind, I was
nothing,
like, oh my gosh, she just started talking to this
No,
guy a week
no,
ago,
no.
and then she asked him to come over to her house. I was like, that's weird.
No.
That would give me red flags.
Yeah, no, I wasn't like,
Okay.
no, like I was comfortable with him coming
Oh,
around
okay,
me
all
at
right.
this point. He was comfortable with me at that point, like stuff like that.
Okay.
Maybe like 2 or 3.
In the afternoon?
It was like, I know it was like, I had just woken up, maybe got up like for an hour, and I woke up around like 12 or 1, so maybe like 2 or 3.
Okay. And do you remember what he was driving when he came over?
It was like a mom car, like I don't know if it's like an SUV with the cars that go like this, and it's like a circle, and then it was like maybe, like I think it's like dark green.
Okay.
Like dark green or maybe dark gray or something.
It was like a little SUV and not a car?
No, it was like a little SUV.
Okay. All right. And so where did he park when he came over?
Right in front of like my house.
Like in the driveway or on the street?
Like on the curb.
Y'all don't have much of a driveway.
Yeah, it was like on the curb, like right behind where that like bazooka car was. He had parked like right in front of my house.
Okay. And so that's the only time that you've ever seen him in person?
Yes.
Okay. And you were in the house. Did he text you? Did he come knock on the door?
He messaged me, "I'm here." I opened the door for him. And that was it. And then I'm not sure who caught him, but he told me he was going to stay with me an hour. And so that's what I was supposed to be getting paid for, was spending time with him for an hour. Well, he got a phone call about 20, 30 minutes in. And so he was like, "I'll be there like in 10 minutes," and he left. And so I was thinking he was coming back, but he didn't.
Okay. Okay.
But,
so when he got there, what happened? What did y'all do?
we just hung out in my living room, and then that's whenever he he would touch my parents.
Where did Sarah and Cheyenne go?
They didn't tell me like an exact location. They just sit there with their mom.
Okay.
And I didn't ask no questions.
Okay. One of the things about me, I don't really know how to be anything but, I kind of like to just be straightforward with you. The reason we got a search warrant for your house is we're looking for any evidence that Robert has been in your house, and to find out if there's any blood evidence in your house. Did you know Robert is deceased?
You just told me a homicide, so I was kind of assuming.
Yeah. Robert was killed, and
like murdered.
Mm-hmm. And we've gotten information that could have happened at your house.
Okay.
Bailey, if you're 17 years old, right? The most important thing you can do is be honest. If he came over and something happened and somebody else did something, you need to tell us about it, and you need to be incredibly honest about what happened.
Will it be anonymous?
I can't say that it's going to be anonymous. I'm just being straight with you. There's very little in a murder investigation that can be honest. And honestly, like everybody knows, like it was fairly public. Anybody on that street saw exactly what happened. It seems to really be heavy on your heart. And so I want you to tell me. And so
I'll die.
What do you mean you'll die?
The person who really did it will kill me.
They're not going to kill you because
They're on the run. They're already hiding from y'all.
who is it? Here's a Kleenex. There are things that we can do to try to help hide your identity. If we get your Kleenex, you can wipe your eyes.
I don't want to tell somebody.
I know. Here's the thing, Bailey. The thing about people is our hearts and our minds aren't made to see the things that happened and know about these things, and so you never typically feel any better as long as you're trying to hide it all and keep it inside. That's just our hearts aren't made that way, to be honest. If he came over and something happened and somebody else did something, you need to tell us about it, and you need to be incredibly honest about what happened.
Will it be anonymous?
I can't say that it's going to be anonymous. I'm just being straight with you. There's very little in a murder investigation that can be honest. And honestly, like everybody knows, like it was fairly public. Anybody on that street saw us out there, and so people are going to know that we were at the house.
Like, will it be anonymous if I tell you what happened? Will it say Bailey Forrest? Because that
Eventually, so here's the thing. Okay, obviously, tell me who it was.
Tobias.
Who is Tobias?
I don't know his last name.
How do you know Tobias?
They said he's already on the run, that the cops are looking for him for a runaway charge right now.
Okay.
I've met him through school, but he was at my house due to my friend's boyfriends.
Which friends?
Sarah and Cheyenne.
Okay.
Their boyfriends were friends with him. He came to my house.
So tell me what happened. What happened? Can you tell me? Can you take a minute?
They're gonna know I told you.
We're gonna talk to everybody. Okay.
And they're gonna lie, and I'm gonna be the only one that's told.
Well, we have a lot of evidence already. And so
I didn't hit him. I didn't beat him. I did not do none of that.
okay.
Tobias.
Did it happen at your house? Okay.
Tobias beat him, and we were begging him to stop. And I don't know what came over him. I don't know why he was so angry. He didn't even know him. I just beat him, and we were begging him to stop. And I don't know what came over him. I don't know why he was so angry. He didn't even know him. And I don't know if it was because Tobias wanted his money or what he wanted. He wouldn't stop.
Who all was there?
It was just me and Isabella.
Okay.
And Tobias.
Okay. Isabella, the one that's there?
And she's gonna lie, but please don't tell her I told you, because she didn't do anything.
Okay.
She was so scared. We were begging him to stop. We were so scared. I thought he was going to beat us as well. And that's all she kept saying was, he's going to kill us too. He's going to kill us too. But he did. And as soon as he did it, he left and he disappeared. Like, Tobias disappeared. Like, I can't get a hold of him. I've been trying to get a hold of him. He won't answer anybody.
Is he in your
He's
phone?
only 16.
Okay. Is he in your phone?
I tried messaging him on Instagram. He reads them, but he won't answer me.
Okay.
It was.
So tell me exactly what happened and why, when Robert came over, and what happened when he came.
Okay. Tobias and Isabella knew what I did with Robert. They knew I wanted him to come over, that I was gonna get money.
Can we back up just a second? Is this really the first time that he's ever given you money?
Yes.
Have you ever met him? Is that true that you've never met him
Yes,
before?
that is
Okay.
true. That is very true.
Okay. So they knew. So Tobias and Isabella, are they together?
No.
They just.
He hates her.
Oh, okay.
He hates her. And that's why we thought he was going to kill us too. He doesn't like us either. And so I told them what I was doing. I told them, I'm having someone come over. I'm getting money so I can get my boyfriend out of jail. That's what I wanted to do, with bail Jay out. So I let him come over. And I'm walking him in the back room. And I thought Tobias was in the room, like the front room of my house. But he wasn't. And so when we were in the living room, he said he wanted to go get a condom if I could give him a blowjob, because I didn't want to put my mouth on him because he told me he had slept with other girls. So he said he was going to get a condom. So he went back out to his car to get a condom, and I had went to my back room to change. And by the time, like, Isabella wasn't in there either when it happened. Like, when it first happened, nobody was in there but Tobias and him, and we didn't know that. Me and Isabella didn't know Tobias was in the living room. I had went back to
Where did y'all think he was?
I thought he was, okay. When he went outside to get a condom, I went to my room to change. And Isabella was in Sarah's room. And I thought Tobias was in Cheyenne's room. So when I came out from changing, no, I had heard it. I heard Tobias.
You said he scrubbed so hard on the wall in the living
On
room.
the floorboard, the thing right here.
On the baseboard?
Yeah, there's missing paint right behind the glass mirror in the living room. And I was like, I don't know what he was doing.
Was there blood anywhere else on the walls?
He cleaned everything spotless. But
What was he using to clean?
it smelled like bleach. But I couldn't really, I was scared to get near him. I thought he was gonna hit us. So I was trying to stay in my hallway. And I had Isabella behind me the whole time because I could hear her screaming and crying, and I had her behind me, and I was trying not to let her look. But she was looking and she was seeing everything I was seeing. And I feel so bad for her.
What was he using to clean with?
All of our stuff.
Like what stuff?
Every one of our towels, every one of our clothes, my sister's clothes, my clothes. And he took it all, though. He took everything. He used everything.
And none of that is there anymore?
No.
Okay.
He took everything and, like, he put it all in, like, a tote. And he put it in the car with him and he left.
What car?
He was in that guy's car.
Okay.
And he put him in the car. After he cleaned everything, he had him in the car. And I guess he came back in, he grabbed the tote, he had everything in the tote. Like, he was really organized, he cleaned really good, he was really organized, like, he knew what he was doing. He came back in, he grabbed the tote, he put it in the car, and he left, and I haven't seen him since.
The tote.
I don't even know, one of our rooms, like, maybe my sister's using
What
it.
color was it?
It was like a dark gray.
Okay.
It was like a really big toe.
Did it have a lid on it or?
He had like trash bags in it and the thing.
Okay. So did he put stuff in trash bags?
Yes, he
Okay.
put all the towels in stuff like that he used in trash bags.
Okay.
And that was it. Like, he disappeared. He tried to call me once yesterday because I was blowing up his phone. I was like, Tobias, have you seen the news? Have you seen what you did? Like, have you seen you killed him? Like, he's dead, Tobias. And he tried to call me yesterday and I missed it.
What did he say when you told him that?
He never was responding.
Oh, you messaged him. You didn't
And
speak
he was
to him.
just, he was reading all of my messages, but wasn't responding. And I was like, Tobias, like, you need to at least look at the news. Like, I don't know what you're thinking you're doing, but you're getting caught, bro. Like, I don't know. And he's not caring. He's reading my messages. But he did try to call yesterday and I missed it.
What kind of cleaner was he using? Did you see?
It was like he had a bottle, like a spray bottle,
Like a
but
squirt
it
bottle?
smelled like bleach.
Was it something that you had seen in your apartment before?
Yes.
Is it still there?
No.
Did he take that
took
with him?
everything.
Okay.
Like, he did not leave anything in my.
Let me tell you real quick. You've been incredibly honest, and I don't want to talk to other people, and I don't want to hear that you had a more role to play in it than you did. I need you to tell me everything.
I do. I do know.
It's okay. You can tell me.
I'm gonna go to jail because I know all this.
What did I tell you from the very beginning? I needed you to be honest. You are not under arrest.
Yeah, but I've known for 4 days.
And when you leave here, you're going to leave here. Okay?
How am I gonna leave and I've known for 4 days?
Well, because you're being honest with me right now and you're telling the truth. That's a huge thing is to be honest and tell the truth. But like I said, when we finish the interview at the very end, I'm going to ask you to swear to your statement and I'm going to ask you to make sure that you didn't leave anything out and that you told me the truth. And I want you to be able to answer that question honestly. And so you need to tell me everything. Okay?
Well, the last thing is I do know where he took the stuff.
Okay. Where did he take it?
I have the address.
Is there a back house? Or just a storage
It's
building?
in the outside, in the backyard,
Okay.
and it's burnt.
Whose house is that?
My mom's old house.
Okay. Did you go, hang on. Let me pass this information along to somebody.
I don't want her to.
What else?
I don't think I need anything else.
Okay. I need to ask you a couple of hard questions and we're back to you have to be 100% honest with me. Okay? If we were to find fingerprints of yours on or in his car, why would that be?
I moved the car to the front of my side door with the bypass. I did anything he told me to do.
Okay. So you drove the car.
I moved it from the front of my house to the side door.
Okay.
And that's the most I did.
Did you help him load the body? Because,
I was out there, but I didn't touch it.
okay.
She
Bailey,
touched his ankles.
because I'm gonna add, we're gonna get DNA from everybody.
That's fine.
Okay. And we're gonna check the car, we're gonna check the body, and if your DNA is somewhere that you haven't told me about, then it's gonna be a problem.
He touched the body once. And that is right hand to the man.
Okay. So
She pulled him by, She did help get him in the car, but I was blocking, making sure that nobody could see Tobias.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to prison for life. And I didn't even want nothing to happen to him. Can my mom come up here?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see her before I go to prison.
What did I tell you at the beginning?
No, I know because I blocked the bias and I moved the car and I know it's all. I watch so many criminal minds.
It's not always like it is on TV.
I know that. I had anything to do with it. I'm going down too. I already know that.
That's what you see on TV. That's not always the way it is in real life. Yes, sir. No. You said you had a picture on your phone. Can you tell me what the picture is?
Of them burning.
Is it a video or just a picture?
No, it's just a picture.
Let me see. You said your phone is Boost?
06-281-4415.
Yes. Oops. The time or the
And
date.
I did. My sisters do know what happened.
Okay.
And I did on my phone, you'll see I kept reassuring them that Tobias, like, we got rid of everything was done, that they could come home, and I was telling them that everything at home was safe. And that was like 1 minute before y'all got there.
Okay. Will you read that over and sign that consent? And that's for us to download your cell phone.
And I reassured her boyfriend too. I did tell him, like, it's okay to come home, there's nothing here. Everything was rid of.
Tell me your date of birth again.
03-31-2005. God, my mom. My mom is a preacher at a church.
That's okay. Bailey, this is a consent to search for me to take a sample of your DNA. And all it is just, they're like kind of like Q-tips that we just rub on the inside of your cheek. That's all it is. If you'll sign right there, if you want to read this over, you can read it right there. You can sign right there. Print your name right there and think of that he used to clean that he left at the house.
No.
Okay.
The only reason he left the Swiffer was because he told me if I wanted to.
Okay.
I could.
Did you mop?
No.
Okay.
I didn't clean my house after that because he cleaned it really good.
Okay. Was there blood on the walls or on the ceiling or anywhere else that you saw, or was the only place, pretty much the only thing he cleaned the floor?
Like right, the baseboards and the floor.
Okay.
It wasn't really the walls or the ceiling.
Okay.
He didn't have to clean the ceiling.
Okay. And when they carried him out, did you help them carry him out?
No, she didn't help him carry him out. He drug him to that door, and the car was literally at the door, like he was on my curb. Like
Okay.
I pulled it up to
Okay.
that. And he was trying to put him in the car alone, but dropped him. So he was screaming, and Isabella jumped in and started trying to help him get him in the
So
car.
when you say she jumped in, which side did she get in?
She jumped in through the passenger back door.
Okay.
And she was sitting on like the driver back seat, helping pull his legs in, and I was standing in front of them, making sure that nobody was behind us watching.
Here. I'll let you talk to her. So go back over. So when did he take the stuff out to your mom's old house, or when did y'all take it?
I'm not sure like exactly what time, but I know he called me around like it was like barely fixing to get dark, maybe like 7.
Was it the same day that he
No,
was yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Okay.
And Isabella was already at my house. And so I just looked at her, and our first thought, not just hers, was burning. And that's honest. I didn't want it at my mom's. And I knew if I called the cops either way, I was going to jail because I knew about it. And I blocked Tobias from being seen. And I moved the car like he told me.
Okay.
Whatever he would have told me, I probably would have did if he asked me to do more because he was scary.
Why did you take a picture of it burning? I'm curious.
Because I wanted to show my sisters that it was handled, that it was gone.
Did you send that picture to them? Did you show it to them in person?
No, they haven't been home. They're scared to come home.
Okay. Do you have messages on your phone? Yes. Okay. Yeah, there. It's okay. Bailey, is there anything else that you haven't told me? Because you've told me pretty much everything, and I need to make sure that you tell me everything and that I don't get surprised. Because you seem like you've been incredibly honest with me.
Yeah, this is exactly what happened. I know shit.
Okay. Did Tobias take money from him? Did y'all take anything from him?
He was gonna scam me.
Who was?
He was gonna scam me.
Who was?
Him.
Rob. Okay.
There was no money.
Okay.
Or that's what Tobias said.
Okay. Have you told anybody else what happened?
Just my sister.
Okay. And where are they?
And she told the Yasmin girl.
Okay. Where are your sisters?
I have no idea. They told me they were down the street when y'all pulled up to my house today. They were coming home finally.
Okay. Do you know how we can get in touch with them? Because I need to talk to them.
Their phones?
Okay. Are their phone numbers in your phone?
They're under Sis Cheyenne and Sister Sarah.
Sis or sister?
Sis.
Sis
Shy. It's Sis Shy
Okay.
and Sis Sarah. And they're like my pinned contacts on my messages.
Okay. Where would they be at right now?
4606 East Rice Street.
Whose house is
Their
that?
mother, if they're with their mom still.
Is there anything else that you can tell me?
Not that I can. No, my mom's like every. Oh my god, my mom. I'm going to jail, right?
I told you.
What do you mean, no?
I told you you're gonna leave here today.
How?
You've been cooperative.
Oh my
Okay.
god. And Isabella's gonna be okay, maybe?
If she'll tell the truth, yes. But she has to tell the truth. Okay? And that's up to her. Bailey, when we talked earlier, I told you that in Texas, if you give a false statement to the police, it's against the law. Okay? And that if you...
And I did at first, though.
Okay? No, but you corrected everything after that. So, during our statement, during this whole time that we've talked, do you swear everything you told me is true and correct?
Yes.
Okay. Have you left anything out? Have you omitted anything that you can think of? Okay. So with that, I'm gonna end your statement. Okay. I'm gonna go get your mom. Do you want me to tell your mom what's going on, or do you want to tell her? Okay. I'm gonna bring her in here, and
Will she get to take me home
if you want her to,
after we're done all
if you want her to. And listen,
Yeah, what's going on? Last time that time, I didn't tell nobody, Mom.
What?
And I go down.
What? Oh my God.
But I told them everything.
Well, I hope so.
she's been honest. She's been cooperative.
I told them everything, and I didn't kill him, Mom. I didn't kill him. I
You watched it.
And I watched his brain and everything.
What?
His brain and his brain.
Bailey, are you okay with that if I tell your mom a few more details? Okay. So, because in Bailey, there's things that I'm gonna have to tell your mom that are gonna be embarrassing to you, but she has to know the truth, and it's gonna come out anyway. Okay. Bailey was talking to a man that she met on Facebook, and this has been going on for a while. That they've been talking and messaging. Okay. He came this week, at the beginning of the week, he went to her house for sexual favors in exchange for money. And while he was there, according to Bailey, there was another boy there and I don't know if they were going to rob him. I don't know what the intent was, but that boy beat him to death. And so they cleaned up the house. They disposed of the body. That's, if you saw the news, that's the body we found in a vehicle earlier this week.
Who was it?
It doesn't matter, honestly.
Someone we know?
No.
No.
One of the things that I need from you
Bailey!
is, for some, I don't know how, but you have a house on Ash. So all the evidence was burned.
I'm so sorry.
All the evidence was burned in the backyard behind that house. Would you mind signing a consent to search? I don't know what's left. I don't know what remains, but we at least need to go photograph and collect what we can. Are you okay with that? Okay. Tell me your full name again.
What the hell?
Tell me,
Bailey, oh my
tell
God.
me your name again.
My name is Jennifer Fortenberry. Y'all lured some guy there.
No, that's not what happened. I didn't know it was happening.
I don't think she knew what was going to
I
happen.
without me knowing, we didn't know he was gonna do that. We were making him this file.
Can you tell me the address?
Yes, 7903 Ash Avenue. I don't believe Bailey would do something like that. I'm shocked. When you said homicide, I was just like, I definitely didn't think.
Mom, I was begging him to stop. When he's giving him, and he was making us mom. He was, and he was only 16 years old.
The boy?
Would you mind, Jennifer? Here's the consent to search. If you want to read that over, this is for your house. We're just going to be searching for evidence of the crime. If you'll sign up.
Oh my God, Bailey. Oh my God, this is freaking crazy. This is bullshit.
I think I haven't been able to eat or sleep or breathe or anything. with her?
Yeah. As soon as we're done, I just want to give you all a chance to talk. This is the very first thing that we needed. And so.
It's not locked, it's not nothing, it's an abandoned house.
I think there's a photograph on our phone, and it appears that everything is just in the backyard. So, but we will probably search the whole house and just make sure that nothing else was put in there. Does anybody else have keys?
No, it's not even
There's
locked.
people that live in behind it though.
All right. Let me finish up with Bailey. If you don't mind, just maybe just have a seat back where kind of where you came in, and then we'll get back with you in just a second. Okay.
You want this water?
I'd asked her if she wanted some water earlier.
It put like 3 towels down on the big puddle.
Okay.
Because I didn't want him to sneak into my floor. I did do that.
Okay. Is there anything else that you did that you haven't told me?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. But I didn't clean it. Like, I didn't get down and clean it. I let him do that. And there was a big puddle because one, I was throwing up. Every time I looked at it, I couldn't stop throwing up. I couldn't think.
Are there going to be any messages on your phone that contradicts anything that you say?
No.
Okay. Are there going to be messages on your phone that we can show that you're telling the truth?
Yeah. There's some that say like, I can't believe Tobias did that, and I can't believe like stuff like that.
Who are the messages to?
Most likely to my sister.
Okay.
And I think the only thing I told David was everything was out of the house.
Okay. Now, it doesn't make sense to me, Bailey, honestly, it doesn't make sense to me how Tobias would know where your mom's house.
I literally cannot tell you. Like, in that, I'm being honest, like, you can do a lie detector test right now. Like, I did not have that stuff. Like, he took it with him. Like, he wouldn't have left that stuff with me. He was scared we were gonna snitch just like we are. And he did not leave the stuff with me. He left it at my mom's. And he told me to go burn it. And I told Isabella that we should go burn it. I did tell her we should go burn it because I didn't want it there at all. I still wouldn't want it there. Just for this reason, for my mom's sanity.
But I don't like it.
And anybody could have told him that house though. I live there, I hide out there, I go there a lot.
Okay.
I've brought friends there, I've had parties there. That's like my little trap house. Like I go there a lot.
Okay.
But I've never personally brought him there.
We're not going to get any contradicting information from anybody else, are we?
You shouldn't.
Like
And if you do, then I'll just go to jail at this point.
if I talk to Tobias,
Hell no. Tobias can't say shit about me.
What if, is Tobias gonna tell me anything different?
No. He won't even talk to you.
Are you sure? You'd be surprised how many people talk to us about stuff.
Okay, and I hope he does. I hope he does. I'm thinking hope he's fucking
Is
good.
he gonna tell us that you helped in any way?
No.
You weren't under arrest. I told you I wasn't gonna keep you here, and I told you we were gonna let you go when you're finished. Okay? The best thing for you to do, in light of all this, is you need to go to your mom's and you need to stay away from everybody, because
And Andre's not in trouble, right?
no, Andre went somewhere, but I don't know where they took him to. Yeah, Andre, do you know Andre? Andre's from work, I guess.
They got him too. And he was in jail.
He was there when the warrant was executed, and so, we detain everybody. So yeah, he was not in trouble. I told you from the beginning, if you just be honest, okay? I'm not telling you that at some point in the future, when we present this to the DA's office, they're not gonna say, we need to file charges on her for destruction of evidence or whatever that decision is on their part, okay? Our job is to gather the facts, and we write our reports and we send it all over, and then they determine that. So I'm not promising you that at some time in the future we don't call you and say, hey, they want to file on you for this, but we'll communicate, okay? The best thing you can do is, here's my card. My cell phone number is on there. You have it also. The best thing you can do is stay in touch with me, answer my calls, return calls when I ask you to, continue to cooperate. At some point, we may show you photos of Tobias and make sure that we have the right person. And so we may have to do that. And I need you to be available, okay? That's the biggest thing, is you need to be available to continue to cooperate.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you have any questions for me? I know you're in shock. I know this is all a lot for you to take in.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions, you can call me.
And you can call me anytime.
Okay. But like I said, as soon as we get her phone done, we'll bring it back. That way you'll have your contacts. You can